Welcome to the roller coaster ride of parenting toddlers, where every day is much like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But I have a secret. The more you know about your child and what's going on with their development, the easier your parenting journey becomes. In this video, I'm sharing 10 crucial things you need to know about your toddler and their development that will help make your parenting life easier and more enjoyable. Toddlers have an extremely underdeveloped brain. Knowing this can allow you to have age-appropriate expectations for what they can and cannot do. The most notable lack of development is the part right behind the forehead, which is known as the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain responsible for many higher level thinking skills, known as executive function skills. This part of the brain doesn't even begin to really come online until later in early childhood, and it doesn't finish developing until around 25 to 30 years old. So what exactly is this part of the brain responsible for? A lot. Just to name a few things: emotional regulation, impulse control, future thinking and reasoning, focus and attention. And this list also happens to be a bunch of things that toddlers are known for having trouble with. So it makes sense, right? They literally do not have the brain capacity to do these things yet. So understand that when they're not paying attention or not listening to you when you say not to touch something, or they can't calm themselves down when they're upset, or judge the consequences of their actions, this is all because they quite literally can't yet. I know this is hard to conceptualize sometimes because as adults with fully developed brains, we can do all this stuff without thinking. And I don't know about you, but I still have problems with some of these things at times. So just keep that in mind when thinking about your toddler and their behavior. Toddler brains crave control. This is because the toddler stage is when children form a sense of autonomy and independence as they start to understand that they are separate beings from their parents. To help with this, be sure to give your toddler choices whenever possible. The choices should be kept to 2 things that you're okay with, and they need to be simple and age appropriate. For example, would you like an apple or a banana for your snack today? Would you like to fly or walk to the bathroom? Would you like to take a bath now or in 5 minutes? They usually choose 5 minutes. Toddlers live in an emotional brain. As I said before, they lack that logic and reasoning that comes with further brain development. So this is why they tend to melt down over seemingly silly things, like when you open their cheese stick when they wanted to do it themselves.
Oh no.
Because of this, they need lots of validation of their feelings and co-regulation in order to help them be able to calm down and learn how to do this on their own later. I have a video that goes into more detail about this and how to do this by setting up a calming corner in your home. So be sure to check that out after this. I also have some other resources that can help your toddler learn about their emotions, like these emotions flashcards and these breathing cards and posters, which are great to use as a calming exercise. I will leave a link to those in the description box below if you'd like more information. Toddlers need routine. This is critical for making them feel safe and calm so they know what to expect. It's really important to keep daily routines pretty consistent. So you can do this by keeping meal times, snack times, bedtime, and playtime the same pretty much every day. This helps keep your toddler's brain from freaking out and thinking they're in danger because they know, hey, I just made my bed. I know that I get dressed and brush my teeth next, and then I go downstairs for breakfast. If you do have to switch up your routine for some reason, it's important to let your toddler know this in advance so that they're prepared, because transitions are definitely a tantrum trigger, which we'll be talking about more in next week's video. So make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss that. Another toddler tip you'll want to keep in mind is that children go through the most rapid period of brain development between birth and age 5. 90% of the brain is developed before a child enters kindergarten. That's a pretty intense stuff happening in 5 years. Think about all the things your child learns how to do during that time. Eat solid food, crawl, roll over, sit up, stand, walk, run, jump, solve problems, talk, count, do math, learn ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, among so many other things. I mean, that's pretty incredible. So what toddler advice comes along with this? Your child is going through a lot cognitively and trying to figure out their world. Be patient with them. Try and slow down a bit and marvel in the miracle that is your your growing child. I know this is easier said than done sometimes, especially when they're crumbling on the ground because you gave them the wrong snack or they're screaming no in your face. If you're ready to dive in and work with a parenting coach, I'm only a free discovery call away. It's also important to note that this is the time when the connections in the brain and what's known as the neural pathways are formed, which will serve as the basis for the beliefs and the knowledge that your child carries into adulthood. So this is super important to know because the things that we say and do around our kids become their thoughts and their inner voice as an adult. Which brings me to my next tip, and that is to model the behavior you want to see from your child. Keep this phrase in mind. Be what you want to see. Watching others is how toddlers and young children learn. So think about how you talk to your child, how you deal with anger or frustration or other emotions. Are you practicing what you preach? Are you doing what you'd want them to do? If not, think about how you can change that. Toddlers have an innate desire to help and contribute. Keep this in mind next time you're doing some household chores. What are some simple things they can do to help you out? Can they put their plate in the dishwasher? Help fold laundry, make their bed? This will not only satisfy that craving for control, but it will also help them become independent. Plus, you may find that they actually do help you out sometimes. My toddlers love to use the dustbuster, so even though my floors have never been dirtier because I have 2 toddlers, they do help clean it more. So that's a plus, I guess. Toddlers learn best through sensory exploration and play. It's how they communicate and explore their world and make sense of everything. Setting up a rich play environment and giving plenty of opportunities for them to have child-directed free play can be super beneficial for them and their development. I have tons of developmental play activities and sensory activities on my channel, as well as more information on the benefits of play. So I will link all of those videos down in the description box. A huge problem toddler parents tend to have is that their kids don't listen, but this isn't really their fault. It's important to know that toddlers have extremely underdeveloped auditory processing systems, which don't finish developing until around 14 years of age. This means that toddlers may have difficulty understanding speech in noisy environments, following multi-step directions, or distinguishing between similar sounding words. They also may be easily distracted by loud or sudden sounds. Couple this with their lack of focus, and you get a child who doesn't listen. I have a whole video on tips to get your toddler to listen that you should check out after this for more information on that. So head to the description box after our next tip, which is all behavior is a form of communication. If your child is misbehaving, there is a reason why and a need that is not being met. Go check out this video right now for some reasons why and what to do about it. Be sure to like this video if you felt like it helped you understand your toddler better, share it with another toddler parent, and subscribe for more tips on how to love your life with littles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.